So my name's Rob and this is Barb Hansen, and we are a boutique property investment company, and we really primarily focus and work with businesses to work and determine what their property requirements are, both current and future, and we identify and work with them to identify properties that we could potentially accommodate them in. Yeah, well, we moved here in 2009 from the big Hawke, and it was primarily, wasn't it, Barb, to sort of raise the old family. Hawke's Bay is a great place to bring up family, and I think, you know, Auckland can be really full on. You're getting through Spaghetti Junction at 5 o'clock at night. It's a real sort of pain. So we really wanted to, think, longer term, look at a place like Hawke's Bay. Yeah.
I think we also saw opportunity work-wise in Hastings. In Auckland, the barrier to entry for commercial property was just so much higher than it is in Hastings.
I think we sort of identified Hastings as a really good spot to sort of locate to, because we actually thought that there was quite a lot of opportunity to take advantage of, and we really sort of, I think Hastings is really, we felt, is the centre area for Hawke's Bay. It's close to all the commercial areas and industrial areas, and it's very well located, good access routes around the area, and I suppose we were keen to locate here because we felt this would be where we could be closer to the projects that we were undertaking. So
I think Hastings is kind of the perfect size. It's big enough that there's a lot going on. There's a really fantastic energy happening in Hastings, but it is small enough that you can really get to know the market really well. So we have been able to get to know tenants and prospective tenants, and we have a really good feel for pretty much any prospective site in the, it's small enough that you can really get to know it really well, and I think that's an exciting opportunity in a place like Hawke's Bay.
We've got the business community is really progressive. We've had a Hastings District Council is very supportive and very strategic, and so keen to assist where they can and to work with businesses to either grow their businesses or relocate here.
The top brass of the council are working so hard for Hastings. Yeah. They really want it to succeed, which is bloody exciting. Not many places you can say that.
I think if a business is looking to set up in Hastings, they're actually there's a really strong and stable labour force here. They're sort of reliable. I think we have really good infrastructure. We've got good access, throughout the city and out to the main expressways and motorways and all that sort of thing.
There's a really great creative energy going on in Hastings, and we have a lot of husband and wife teams here that are based, they live in Hastings, they've created a business and are hugely passionate about what they do, and because of that they are hugely passionate about Tribune. So it's a really lovely community for us. That it is a wonderful place to live. We have a fantastic climate. It's naturally very beautiful. It's a lovely place to bring up kids. And because it is such a nice place to be, I think people are generally happy and supportive and encouraging, and that makes it a very warm and friendly environment.
I think the last probably 5 years has been, it's been amazing to see what has happened in the whole area of Hastings. You know, we've had the growth in the industrial areas of Whakatu and Iron Gate, and the huge construction that's happened in those areas in Omahu Road. But in the Hastings CBD, you know, we've had all these really interesting retail and hospitality businesses that have popped up, who've got the confidence to open their doors to the thing. And I think that's injected huge pride in Hastings, which probably wasn't quite there before. And I think because of that, then sort of the next step is then we've got these sort of businesses that have an office presence that are actually really looking at Hastings as a really desirable place to situate their business. So so that, you know, it's just that process, and then that leads on to other opportunities. You get a lot more people working into Hastings, and it's just an ongoing story, and it's really great to feel like we're part of that. So yeah,
I think we can now start capitalising on all the great work that's happened over the last few years with Toi Toi, the best opera house in New Zealand, with Tribune, what's happening on Hiratonga Street and elsewhere in Hastings. I think it's really exciting it's just going to keep adding, layering it up, making it even better. So I'm really excited.